Good morning to everyone. So soon we are going to start up with our session at 8 a.m. So please be here. So yes, just please confirm me that I'm audible to you correctly and clearly. You can just raise your hands and confirm me. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Vijay Kumar. Okay, I have enabled the chats with everyone. You can, if you want to ask any of the queries, you can chat here over here. Okay, you can lower your hands. Mm, Shankar, shell scripting is not included in this. This is the system administrator part. So I'll explain you what all contents are there. So let's move on with the demo sessions today. Okay. So you'll get clarified that what all topics are covered. Okay. So yes, let's start up with today's first demo session. Okay. So we are into batch. So let me share my screen with you all. So Logic Labs technology is providing you with the batch Linux administration, that is RHCSA. Okay. And my name is Sonika. I'll be your trainer. Okay. So as per my introduction, I have worked with a number of batches as a trainer related to the Linux administration, and I'm also working as the system administration administrator in one of the organization. Okay, so our batch number is 249. Okay, it's easy to get recognized with into which batch we are. So our batch number is 249. Okay, so the commence date means from today, 15th of December. So first, today is the first demo session. Okay. So in this way, you will be attending 5 free demo sessions. Okay. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the fourth day and the fifth day. It will be all free of cost. After that, you have to get registered with the course to attend the rest of the live sessions. And the first demo session, second demo session, and the third demo session will be provided onto your YouTube's also. Okay, so hope many of you people have joined the WhatsApp community of our Logic Labs. On that, you will get the update of daily updates of the demo session onto the YouTube channel of ours. Okay, you'll get the shared link onto your WhatsApp community. Okay, if anyone has not joined, after this explanation, I'll join you. I'll let you know the link of the WhatsApp community group. So the timing, the daily basis timing will be in the morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. That is IST, Indian Standard Time. Okay, our course fees is 5900, and the duration of this course will be 4 weeks. 4 weeks in the sense it will be the weekdays from Monday to Friday. Okay, 5 days a week. In this way, we are going to cover our batch into 4 weeks. Okay, so coming to the next, if you have any of the queries, any of the concerns related to our batch or related to the course content, you can please get connected to the contact numbers which are provided over here. And also you can email us onto support@logiclabstech.com. Okay, so the same it is here. The first 5 sessions will be free to attendees. Okay, and the sixth session Zoom meeting link will be shared to the paid registered participants only, the one who are going to pay. The rest, you will see when you will get registered, you will have your own dashboard access, where you will get all the videos onto your dashboard and all the notes that I'm going to provide you onto the dashboard after single sessions. If one session is covered and in that 2 PPTs have been covered, 2 PPTs will be uploaded to you. At the end of our session, at the end of our batch, okay, after 4 weeks, whenever a batch gets ended up, I'm going to provide you the interview question and answers, which will be related to both the theoretical part and also the command line oriented, which will help you to recall all the commands which we have learned onto our batch. Okay, so um, yes. So what I was telling is that I'll be updating you. And yes, moreover, we are focusing onto the command line onto our uh, command line and more onto commands onto our batch. Whenever you will end up with this RSCSA batch, the operating system will be very easy for you to handle onto CLI mode, which is very important. The one who are going to a keen interested to get a Linux administrator or who want to learn with the Linux operating system. Okay, so for session updated, join our WhatsApp. So I'll share this link to you all. onto the chat. So this is the WhatsApp community group. Okay, so whoever has not joined, please get joined. You will get all the details, updated details about our batch onto this WhatsApp. So as I mentioned, all the session recordings and the notes will be accessed through the LMS Graphy onto your dashboard. Okay. So the logic support team will be available from Monday to Saturday in between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. Okay. And whatever queries you have at the time of the session, you say, or after the time at which you are practicing, you can get connected to our trainers onto the contact number which is mentioned, and also you can keep a mail onto this where we are going to resolve your queries and the doubts related to the RHCSA. Okay, so this was an overview about our batch, about our Logic Labs technologies, and myself, that is Sonika, a trainer of yours. Okay, so let's get started with the course content. In this, do you have any queries? You can raise your hands. I'll just wait for a while over here. Yes, Shankar, you're allowed to talk. I think you have raised your hand. Okay, I think by mistake he has raised his hand. Okay, okay. No issue, Shankar. We'll continue. So yes. So let us get started that what we are going to learn onto this RCSA batch. So see, this entire thing from basic to advanced, I have designed for you all. For the batches, whatever I'm conducting, I'm providing these presentations for them. Okay. So first let us move that what is the course content. Now, so starting up with the overview of the Linux operating system. So what is Linux operating system? Why Linux operating system is important? Where all Linux is used? Okay. Why you should learn about Linux, how it is important into the organization, or due to its security reason, why many of the organizations are maintaining their servers with the Linux OS and the Unix OS. Okay. Role of sysadmin. After once you are as a system admin, what will be your role as a system admin? Why Linux is more secure? Which all are the distributions of the Linux? Okay, how and where we are going to, where all we can install our Linux operating system. So these are things which are covered into the overview of the Linux operating system. Next comes the installation guide. We are going to see 3 installation steps, different platforms to get installed with the Linux OS. First is the virtual machine. Many of you will be sound enough with the virtual machines, right? Where we can install a number of operating systems for our practicing purpose or whatever VMs you can say. Next is the online. Online platform is where you can practice your commands. Okay. So next comes the cloud computing. AWS. On the AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, is the cloud computing cloud service provider, where I'm going to show you how we can create our Linux EC2 machine. Okay. From there also, some people can practice their Linux commands, that is Linux operating system. Next, we come with the basic and advanced of the commands. Okay, in this, we are going to cover the basics of all, many, more than 100 basic commands we are going to cover, which will ease us to operate the operating system onto. Uh, can we do? I'll just get back to you, Sunny. Okay, just let me complete this. I'll clear out with the queries. Okay, so where was I? So yes, so the many of the basics commands we are going to cover. More than 100, 80 to 100 basic commands I'm going to cover for you. Okay, and after that we'll be moving with the advanced commands. That is compressing and decompressing of the files. Okay, using tar, gzip, and gunzip. Next are the find commands. In this, we are going to see many cases. Okay, grep command, locate command, pipe command. Okay, so these are the advanced commands. So next comes with the file system. So in this, we are going to see what is file system, why it is important, and how the Linux file structure is into the Linux platform. Okay, um, file system in the sense how Linux stores its files and the directories into a structured format so that whenever we fire the command, it gives an that particular output. Okay, you'll get it very easy when I will explain with the PDF. Okay, so next is the VI file editor. So what is file editor? So in Windows, you people will be easily writing on any of the text document, any of the Microsoft Word document. You'll just click it, open it, right? But here onto command line, how we are going to use. So in this, we are going to cover the VI file editor. We have multiple editors like VI is there, VIM is there. Okay, VI and VIM are similar. It's just the advanced version. And next is the Nano. Okay, it's a bit different. But here we are going to cover the VI file editor. Once you are covered with this VI editor, you will be easily work onto large files or whatever small files. It will be easier for you to operate. So next comes with the user and group management. So this is very much important thing which we are going to learn, that is user and group management. So you people might be, some people might be working, some might be students, right? Some might be new with the Linux. So how important this is? In this, we are going to learn user and groups. What are it? How we can add or delete or modify. Okay. Gaining the super user access, that is SU and sudo. Managing local users accounts, managing local group accounts, managing user passwords. How we can manage the user passwords with multiple users, and the group passwords, where into which configuration it is stored. Okay, so next comes the default permission. So we are going to see four set of permissions in this. Okay, so first, by default, some default permissions are set onto the OS whenever we install it freshly. It is called as the umask. Okay, so what is umask? How we can set the umask value? How we can change the umask value, that we are going to see. Next comes with the file permission. Okay, so for the security purpose, we need to assign some of the permissions to the file, right? So in this, we are going to cover changing file permissions to the owner, group, and the others. We are going to see with the commands like chmod and chown. Okay, special permissions we are going to cover for the specific user, that is setfsel and getfsel. So next comes the advanced file permissions, that is set user ID and set group IDs. Okay, so next comes with the links. So what are links? Those are nothing but the backups or the creating of the shortcut of that particular file, or the, yes, that particular file. So create a hard or the soft link. Okay, in this we are going to cover with the differences, what is it, and the commands which are used to back up or to create a soft link with this ln command. So next comes with the monitoring and managing of the Linux processes. So in this we are going to cover like how the processes, you might be knowing in Windows how you search with the taskbar, right? Alt Control Del, in which you will get all the detailed information, what all processes are running on behind or onto the yes, processes which are running. So in this way, we are going to monitor. Uh, so we are going to see the commands onto the Linux, which will help us to monitor the CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage. Okay, all will be covered into this monitoring and managing. How to kill a particular process, how to end a particular task which is running, monitoring the process activities, monitoring and managing into the Linux processes. This plays a very important because whenever you will be a system administrator, you have to keep an eye into the memory utilization and to the CPU utilization. Okay, we have many interfaces for monitoring, like you can say it, monitoring tools. But even though through command line, how we are going to manage, we are going to cover in this. Next comes with the controlling service and the daemons. So what are services and the daemons? So see, services means if we want to configure the Apache server or Nginx server, or we want to configure the FTP, that is file transfer protocol, there is some controlling services which we call it as a system D. Okay, so how we are going to install it? So first we have to install the services, and then we have to control those services to start, stop, enable, disable, restart, and to check the status. So all these things will be covered into this. And what are daemons? Daemons are nothing but which are the background processes which are running. Okay, so to identify automatically started system processes, controlling system services, using system CTL to manage services. The system CTL we are going to cover in this. Okay. So next comes with analyzing and the store loggings. So while Linux is secure, it maintains each and every logs onto its system. If suppose I'll find the command pwd, it will create a log that this user at this time it has created this log. So where all the logs are stored, that we are going to see in this. How we can analyze, how the logs are stored into the OS. Okay, so see, maintaining accurate time, reviewing syslogs files. These are. So next comes with the networking part. So in this, we are going to see some of the networking concepts and how we can maintain or how we can check with the network connectivity of the Linux operating system into the other network. Okay, so networking concepts, validating networking configuration, editing the network configuration, configuring host names and the name resolutions. Okay, so next comes with the installing and updating of the software package. In Red Hat, we will find two package managers. Package managers are nothing but where we will get the set of softwares that we need to get installed onto our operating system. So how we are going to install it, how we are going to update our software package, these all will be covered into this topic. So see, RPM software package or YUM package. Most probably everyone are using right now with a YUM package only. Okay, creating local repositories, configuring repositories, managing software updates with them, enabling YUM software repositories, checking RPM software repositories, what are availabilities are there and not. Okay. So next comes with the cron job. So what is cron job? That is the future task that we are going to set onto our operating system. That is the scheduling of the task through this cron command. In this, we are going to cover 10 examples, okay, of the cron job. So next comes with the managing of the basic storage and what is swap and swap storage. Okay. This entire will be related to the extra partition, adding of the partition, assigning the file system, assigning a mount point where you can start usage of your hard disk, okay, and also the swap partition. That is adding partition, file systems, and the mount points, managing swap space in ML, managing logical volume. We are going to create, extend, and reduce the LVMs. Okay. So next comes with the booting process. Why I have kept the booting process at the last? Because once you know all the basics and the advanced command to use our Linux operating system, you will be easy to operate the booting process onto the single user mode. Okay. In this we are going to get to know how we are going to select the boot target, how to reset the root password, that is how to go to rescue mode, and we can reset the entire we can reset the user root's password. If suppose you're working on the organization and you forgot the root's password, okay, or you misplace the password you have saved onto your system, that time that is not an option that we should reinstall it. Okay, so this is where onto boot target, that is grub mode, we are going to go to the single user mode and we are going to recover our root's password. Next comes with the repairing of the file system issues at the boot. Okay, onto that boot target, onto that single user mode only. So next comes with the SE Linux, that is managing. So SE Linux is a part of RHCE. Okay, but even though the basics I'm going to cover into your CSA, that is System Administrator. Okay, Red Hat Certified System Administrator. So basics of the SE Linux we are going to cover, how to manage the service firewalls, okay, controlling of the SE Linux port level. So next I'm going to cover some of the extra sessions with the server and client configuration, okay, which will help you out to get to know how this server and client configurations are done, okay, to communicate it between them. Communicate in between them, and also you're going to recall all of your commands through this configurations. Sorry for the interruption. So in this, we are going to cover the NFS, FTP, Samba, and web service. These are the topics from CE, RC, CE, that is System Engineering. RHCE is also there. Red Hat Certified Engineer, okay, which are going to control the server administration, and we are learning system administration. These both are different. Okay, so in this, the basics I'm going to cover to configure NFS, FTP, Samba, and the web server. Okay, so this is the course content which we are going to cover into this batch. And rather than this, I would like to share with you all that these are the PDFs which will be provided to you all. So, which will help you to recall your learnings after the batch or even at the time of the batch to practice your commands. Okay. So this is the overview, like what is Linux operating system, why Linux is operating system is important. You can just go through it. So where all Linux operating systems are used, why it is in huge demand, even in a single organization also see, and also the banking sector. Banking sectors are probably moving to the Unix based servers only. You might be knowing AIX, like IBM servers, like Power BI. Okay, so NASA centers, health centers. Why? Because see, Linux is CLI based. There is no graphical usage into this. Okay, which keeps the speed or the performance or the robustness of the operating system even on the day one, which is the operating system is installed, and onto the day until you're working. It might be 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever it may. Means it doesn't has the load of the GUI. It maintains the CLI mode where we can control our this thing, and it is secure. Secure due to what we are going to see into our upcoming batches. Okay, NASA centers, healthcare, commercial uses. See, the other platforms like Windows administrators are there, but whoever has a knowledge, add-on knowledge with the Linux OS will always plays an important role onto their working profession and also onto their knowledge. Okay, so financial institutes, that is banking sectors, are usually using the Linux basis. Okay, so what will be your role being in system admin? Why it is more secure? What all the distributions of Linux are there? As see, Linux is an open source operating system. Okay, anyone can recode it or anyone can make some trial and errors. Whatever, whoever developers are there, they can make trial and errors. They can upgrade their own softwares onto it, and they can launch with their OS versions. Okay, it is an open source code. Okay, and any of the packages, any of the softwares are not paid. Once you get your subscription manager registered with your subscription manager onto the Red Hat's website, okay, all the softwares will be free of cost only. How in Windows we have to pay for the license, here there is no need to pay for the license even for the operating system as well as for the packages that we are going to need to run or to operate one of the server. Okay, so how and where we are going to install the operating system, as I explained, onto the virtual box. Okay, then the AWS cloud platform. In this, I'm going to show you only AWS. Okay, and online practicing, that is bala.org, which is the site where you can practice your commands. Okay, so a new computer system with the Linux OS. This we are not going to cover, but I'm going to just tell you the steps, because wholly we are not going to format our hard disk with the Linux OS as of now, as you are a new learners. Once you're perfect with it, you can proceed with it. Okay. So this is the first PPT. That is the overview of Linux operating system. Next, installation guide. Each and every step I have mentioned in this PDF, like what is VM, okay, how it works, the steps onto VM, OS installation, steps for installation of OS onto the AWS platform, that is to create an EC2 machine. I mean, what is in after that? What is PuttyGen? What is Putty? How we can get connected to our servers with the help of Putty, and how we can convert the files from PuttyGen to Putty for the login credentials to the EC2 machines. Okay, and Putty is also helpful. I'll explain what is Putty, and I'll also show you the connectivity, how how Putty plays an important role to get connected to the servers from our host system. Okay, next is WinRCP. So what is WinRCP? It helps us to share files in between the Windows and the Linux. The next comes with the basics of the command. Okay, so with the explanation, each and every command I have mentioned into PDF. Okay, so whenever after the batch or at the time of practicing, you can read this and you can fire this command. And one more I would like to tell you that as we say that CentOS is there, Ubuntu is there, Amla Linux is there, DPR 11 is there. So what all are these? These are the Linux operating system distributions. Means, as I mentioned, that is, it is an open source, right? Anyone can come and update with their operating system. So these are the updated versions. See, Red Hat. Okay, now the latest version is 9.4. Okay, Red Hat, and the CentOS is there. So CentOS and Red Hat are same. Like all the basic commands to all the distros will be same. Like PWA, PWD, LS, LS-L, these all will be same onto all Linux distros. The differences when it comes at the time of the software package management or at the time of software package installation. Okay, at that time, this time only you can find the difference, to find the difference to the commands to install the particular service or to the package. Hi, yes. Awk command also I'm going to cover. And also I have written many technical articles also onto different topics. That also I'll share with you all people at that time. Means whatever the topics will be at that time. And awk is a simple command, and I'll explain you how it is. It is actually, see how you ask that it is shell scripting, right? So awk also needs the command or the argument need to be passed to get a certain output. Okay, I'll cover this topic of command. I have not mentioned in this, but it is very easy. I'll try to cover this. Okay, Shankar. So yes, moving back to our this thing. So what I was explaining is, so once you will learn this Linux base, you're going to cover the entire distros like CentOS, Ubuntu, Debian 11, Amla Linux. Okay, so at the end, I will be happy to share the different uh, types. Here's where we are going to cover the see how to configure the NFS, for example. I'm taking okay at the end of the batch where we are going to make the NFS server setup. There I have shared both the files. See, On Debian and Ubuntu, what command you are going to use, and onto Red Hat and Linux, Red Hat and CentOS, what commands you are going to use. Okay, which will be sound enough for you all people that you're going to operate multiple Linux distros once you will cover all this basic with the Linux operating system. Managing of the Linux operating system will help you to work on multiple Linux distros. Okay, so basics of command I was here. So see, ls, indh, touch commands to create the files, to create the directories, to create multiple directories, nested directories, how we are going to create. Okay, so you will enjoy it. It will be fun learning with the commands. It will be fun to play with the commands. Okay, when you will dive into the Linux operating system. Okay, so as of now, many people will be working on Windows. And everything will be graphical. In front, you will be having the options, the steps. But here, you have to be very keen to whenever you are filing any of the command. Okay, a single wrong command will give a wrong output, and even it might take you to the wrong directories. Okay, so how the directories are stored, how to switch to that particular directory, how to remove the files, how to remove the directories. Okay, how to copy the old file and the new file, how to move from directory 1 to directory 2. Okay, how to check the date, ls-l. Okay, okay, yes. So here 24 are there. From my end, I have many other also. At that time, I'll update onto the, not like this PDF, but into a normal PDF. I'll update it to you all. Okay, with its explanation, maybe with its explanation and also the screenshot. Okay. So next comes with the file system structure. So what is file system? How important it is? Okay. And how the Linux stores its files into a structured format. So this is a file system of the Linux operating system. These all directories plays an important role. Okay, its explanation is provided over here. And even what are those particular directories, configuration files are stored, user binaries, all will be explained into your PDFs as well. And this is the tree structure format onto our operating system. These all are essential and important files which is there behind the operating system, which will help you to operate your OS easily. Okay. So this is the VI editor. Okay. So commands to the insert mode, commands to the execute mode, commands to the command mode. Okay. Just a second. Yes. Am I audible to you all correctly? So next comes with the user management. So what is root user, which is a super user, which are the normal accounts, okay, where all the details are stored of these uh, groups and the users of the root, okay, where all the passwords are saved into which configuration file and how to check it, okay. So creating, modifying, deleting the users, user add, user tell, user mod, group add, group tell, okay. So once we create, there is a need sometimes to delete a user. So this is the deletion of the user. So to modify the existing users, how to add a group, how to delete a group, how to set up passwords to the group, how to add the users to the group, okay, how to delete the user from a group. Okay, these all things will be covered. So file systems, as I explained, the detailed info where all it is stored that we are going to see in this. So in this way, there are multiple PDFs that I'm going to update you after each and every session. Okay, for example, I'll show you one more. The find command is there. Okay, in this we are going to cover 12 cases. That if the file based on their size, to find a file or a directory into given path, to search a file based on its name, ignoring the upper and lower case. Because whenever you are into CLI mode now, you have to play with this find command, input output redirections, grep command, locate command, pipe command. So what is input output directions? I'll let you see. Whenever, if suppose you're working on the organization and you're firing some of the command, or you're trying to install something onto your OS and you are getting an error, and your seniors tell you that get me the file, that what your error you're getting. At that time, these input output directions plays important role, where you can store your output, okay, whatever the error or the output, into a file. Okay, so input for standard input, write output to standard output, write error output to the standard error. Okay, so grep command, this we are going to cover some 6 cases. Okay, so LVM is there. Into LVM, adding of a partition, deletion of the partition, creating LVM. Okay, so each and every step is there to how to create a new partition. Okay, so designated physical volume. So why I have designed this PDFs into this format, so that whenever you are practicing, or whoever is zero knowledge about Linux, okay, they can come to this PDF and easily recall all of these commands, and which are provided with the explanation, okay, and they can operate onto their OSs. So yes, these are some of the examples that I have shown you, which all will be provided to you at your end. So run levels. There are different run levels into the Linux base. Okay. So Linux is nothing but it is the advanced, or whatever trial and errors to improvise the Unix base. Linux was developed. Okay. So yes, this was all from my end. Okay, so I explained about the batch number and the timings, and after that, where you will get the updated details that WhatsApp group is being shared with you all. Okay, so the course content and the PDFs that I'm going to provide you into the batch. Even the interview question and answers will be also provided to you all. Okay, so in this it is not there, but many are there which I'm going to update you. So yes, now you all can, if you have any queries, you can please raise your hands. Lakshmana, yes, we have session tomorrow. It will be day 2 session. Okay. And from tomorrow, we are going to start with our first topic, that is overview of Linux operating system. And if that topic is covered, we can move, we are going to move with the second topic as well. Yes, Srinivas, you're allowed to talk. I'm not audible to you.
Hello, is it audible now?
Uh, just a moment.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, you can speak now. Just a moment. I'll disconnect with the.
Hello, Sonika?
Ah, yes, you're audible right now. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Uh, do we have continuous five classes from today?
Ah, yes. Today is
Uh,
day 1. Tomorrow
uh,
will be day 2. Uh,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
just a moment. Sorry. It's Friday today. I was bit. No. Um, I'll just confirm the same with you all. You all have joined the WhatsApp community group, right? And you have your registered email addresses with us.
Yes, the dates mentioned like 15 and 18, something like that.
Huh. Then it might be Saturday, Sundays are usually off because this is weekdays. So if I think 18 will be the second day too. 18, 19, 20, and 21. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. Yes, till 21 we'll be having free demo sessions.
Okay, okay. Post which, who are all paying the course fees, they can attend the class further.
Ah, yes, right. From 22nd, the one who will be the paid registered participants, right? They are going to get the registration, the Zoom link onto their registered email addresses. Okay. And from there, you can join my class.
Okay.
Until,
In okay, okay. In my system, can we install to practice?
yes, you can. That is what I told you, that we are going to see three different parts of three different platforms to install the Linux. One is the virtual machine. First, you're going to, whatever you have a Mac OS or Windows OS. On that, we are going to install the Hyper-V, that is the virtual box, Oracle box. And on that, I'm going to teach you how to install the Linux operating system, how to create a virtual machine, and how to install the OS onto it, Linux OS. And from there, you're going to practice your Linux operating system.
Okay,
Entirely, you are not going to format it.
okay, thank you.
Ah, yes. I mean, could you give a small intro of yours?
Yeah, I'm Srinivasan. I'm working in a company for Windows admin. I would like to
Great.
learn Linux.
Yes, that will be an add-on, and nowadays it is essential if you have a knowledge of Linux. That's good to hear. Great.
Thank
Okay
you.
then. Yes. Um, shall I lower your hand?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. So, Sunny, you're unmuted.
Hello. Yeah, that was my question. You answered. We are only having on a weekdays, not on the weekends, right?
Ah, right, right. 5 week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes.
Okay. And apart from doing it on our system, you mentioned we can do it on the online as well. Is that correct?
Onto AWS we can do. And online platform is there where you can practice your basic commands. But it
Okay.
is not safe. Huh. That is the part which should be knowledge, means it should be known to you people. So what I'm going to show you. Which
Okay.
system,
Okay.
OS system you're having, Mac or Windows?
I have a Mac.
No issues. On Mac also you can configure your VM, and on that you can configure multiple this thing OSs.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, instead of AWS, can we do it on Azure as well, or just only on AWS instance?
Azure actually we can do it, but now I'm going to show you only onto this thing AWS,
Yeah.
how to create an AWS instance.
Okay.
Azure
Yeah.
also you can do onto cloud computing also, cloud this thing Google cloud computing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
But here only AWS. Ah, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Vasant, Vasanta, you're allowed to talk. Can please?
Yeah, Sonika, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Sonika, for the wonderful session first. Before moving on, I'm having a doubt here is I can see the content, Linux administrator content document. There are so many topics over there. All those topics will be covered during these 5 days, or it'll gone through entire 4 week session.
No, no. Which doc? I'm confused. The course content.
Course content document, right?
No, no. How we can cover it into 5 days? No, step by step.
So in that case, how many topics that can be covered during this 5 day session?
Um, Depends. I'll just a moment. It might be covered till VI file editor or user and group management, because it depends. Each and everything command. So see, from basics we'll be working on to practicals, right? Directly. I'll be get connected to my Linux OS onto VM, and there we are going to operate onto the commands. So it takes time. It might till the day 5 we might cover up to VI file editor or user and group management. Depends how we move on.
Okay. So if I pay the amount, right, then will it be covered in practical session as well? Those topics that is already covered in this 5 day session. Will it be
No,
covered again?
again we are not going to repeat. Day
Okay.
one, from day one we are going what we are going to start, it will be continued the same. Again after this on the 6th day we are not going to start from first.
All right. Okay.
Ha,
So it means these 5 days also a kind of live session, correct?
yes, yes, learning sessions only it will be. No repetitions after 6th day. The
Yeah.
same,
Okay.
whatever flow we are continuing, that will be only continued.
Yeah. Thank you. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Srinivas, you have still raised your hand. Do you want to talk something? Or else you can lower your hand. Yes. So still 4 minutes we have. If you want to give your small intros, you can raise your hand. Whoever are interested to give their intros, so that it will be great. to have an interaction and to learn OS into the entire 4 weeks. Okay, so one more thing I would like to so this is the course content that I'm sharing into a chat. Okay, and the course registration link. This is the WhatsApp community group. Yes, so you can get to these links for the course content and the course registration link and the community group. Okay, so it will be better if you'll join the community group. Whatever updates are there, you will get onto this group. So yes, so in this way we have completed our day 1 session, and let's continue with the day 2 session by Monday. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So still 2 minutes we are here. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hands or you can keep onto the chat box. Okay, that's great that everyone have got cleared with the course content that we are going to cover. And let's start our day 2 session on Monday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So yes, I'm winding up with the session. Okay, so have a nice day to everyone. Thank you and bye-bye.